we're going to talk about internal and external rotation. Honestly, most of the time it seems like one leg is going to externally rotate better than the other one, the other leg is going to internally rotate better than the other one. So when you're doing correctionals and warming up and cooling down, you kind of almost have to treat them, not the same as individual movements, because over time they've accumulated to fade. Like if you're right-handed, you're going to, over the course of your life, accumulate to the right side. So we're not shooting for symmetry. We're not trying to be symmetrical. We're getting our muscles to fire symmetrically into the bar, but we're not trying to complete a project of being perfect and being symmetrical. We are chasing that because we know that causes progress and prevents injury, but we are not fixated on becoming perfect. We are fixated on just progress over time, moving closer towards that. So I never expect anyone to be fully mobile or fully perfect without any imbalances, because as soon as you fix one imbalance, another one's going to come up, and it's just this cyclical thing. So there does need to be an acceptance of there will always be something to work on. That's okay. So we're going to talk about just kind of how to assess that. This is just a good drill to assess which leg is internally rotating better than the other leg and vice versa. So I'm just going to sit like this, 90 degrees here. I'm trying to breathe into my belly, keep my full brace, and I'm gonna go down to this side. This one's internally rotating. This one's externally rotating. And I already know for myself personally that my right side has a harder time going internal, and my left side has a harder time going external. So this is the harder position for me to sit in. And you can see the difference. I'm already kind of groaning a little bit. I can feel pain all through here. Not bad pain, just stretching pain. And then when I go to this side, easy. Super easy for me to sit into. I can sit like this all day at 90 degrees, breathe into my belly, but I can't do that here. So this is a really good assessment for then when I go into my split squats, my warm-ups where I'm actually starting to load and activate, I can accommodate them for each leg to help them feel a little bit different. And then when I'm, resting and recovering, when I'm laying down, right, I come home at night, lay down after squats, I'm not going to lay down like this. I actually will kind of turn like this or try to relax myself counter to what I've just done in the weight room. So I know that if I take a fucking heavy squat, I know that this leg is going to externally rotate a little bit more, and this one's going to internally rotate a little bit more. And the point of the warm-ups and the drills is to minimize that, not to totally fix that, to minimize it. It's still going to happen though, which means after training, I have to unaccumulate that negative accumulation. I have to counter it in some way, rather than just walking around or sitting down and just not addressing it. You have to know, oh, this is how the pattern was in the squat, so this is kind of how I counter it later on through the day when I'm just relaxing. Same thing with accessories and stuff like that. Everything is just kind of a tier, and it works down after your main set. We're just working down a tier of load and importance. Not necessarily importance, but I guess relative to 100%, right? So we're working down the list, and we continue to address everything and work on everything, even at the smallest level. So when you're laying around and relaxing, especially when you're starting to get heavier and build muscle, your body is loading itself, and it's taking load. If I lay like this, my fucking quad is pulling my leg out, and it's encouraging that external rotation that's already too much on this side and not enough on this side. So that's something to be super mindful of, and can just really help. A lot of this stuff is kind of following a trail, and the first thing you do, you're like, oh no, I have so many sensations. I don't know what's the actual source of the injury or the weakness, because so many things in your body, they just run together. Literally everything connects, so it kind of runs together. Your brain's sending mixed signals, different sensations about pain, and then you have the emotional side on top of that. So I like to just work one step at a time. I'm going to use something like this to uncover and see, oh, what should the next step be in the process. So when you're doing this stuff, try not to, be like, oh, that fixed it, or I don't know what to do next. Just do one little thing that you know will uncover the next thing, and that's it. Just try to keep those blinders on, not think about, oh, what if it's this, what if it's that. Just work on one little thing, and that'll help uncover the next thing.